Hi guys, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System 22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, yesterday we created a full screen, full width mega menu and we had it pop up from a little button on the page. We had a wonderful question from somebody. They said, well, can I use this in my main header and have it pop up on every single page? And the answer is, of course, yeah, you can. So that's what we've done today. We're going to build it into a custom header, really easy to do, doesn't take very long at all. And so you'll have a little button where on any page you want, you can pop it up just like that. Now, I'm not going to go through building the whole mega menu again and getting the script and the CSS code. So if you haven't watched yesterday's video and you're not sure how to do this, take a look down below. I'll put the link to yesterday's video in the description down below. If you're not sure about that, take a look at that video. It's got everything you need to know about building this menu. So we're going to start from scratch, just build a custom header and a little button, show you how to pop this up. Really easy to do, great little feature to have on your site. So let's get started. So here we are. This is what we created yesterday. A little button here. When I click on it, it pops up a full width, full screen mega menu like this. And this is totally responsive, so it works on all devices. Now, I'll put the link for that video down below to save me going through all that again to build. Have a look at that video if you're not sure how to build this. But we had a marvelous question. Somebody said, yeah, can I put it up in my main header here and use it up there? Sure you can. So what I've done is I've created another version up here. Here's a header up here. I've put a little button up there with the mega menu. I've done the same styling, that crazy green color as we did for the mega menu. When I click on it, the mega menu is going to pop up and we can check it out, do all the things you normally can. And just like the other one, this one's totally responsive. So if I hit my F12 key, here we are on iPad. There's my little mega menu button. If I click on it, it's going to pop up. You can click on the links, do what you need to do. Fantastic. And just to show you, it's on a phone, it works just as well. There it is on a phone. Scroll up and down. When you're done, click out of it. We're back to the page. Really easy to do. So let's get started. To do this today, I'm going to create a quick global header. And don't let that put you off. It's really easy. So let's go down to the dashboard. I'm going to go down to Divi. I'm going to go down to Theme Builder. Let's delete what I've got going on here. Great. Now the Divi theme comes with a regular header. It's perfectly functional. It does great things, but you're a little bit limited as to what you can have on it. Whereas if you create your own, you can go to town. You can put numbers, you can put buttons, you can put anything you want up there. And it's really easy to do. Not only can you create a custom global menu, which we're going to create today, which will show on every single page, you can just create regular custom menus and decide what pages they want to show on. So you've got one header for one page and completely different header for another page. And we've done plenty of videos on that. Take a look at our Divi menu effects playlist if you want to learn more about that. So today we're going to create a global header that will show up on every page. Let's get back to the build. Do it on certain pages. We've covered that in other videos. I'm going to do a global header, which will replace everything. Build a global header. Of course, you can style yours any way you want. By default, it puts in a section, blue tab here, and prompts you to put in a row. I'm going to keep my styling similar to the actual mega menu we made yesterday itself, with that dark background and the crazy green hover effect on the text. I'm going to use something like this. You can build it as complex as you want. I'm going to keep this really simple. So I'm going to have my menu on the left, have a little button on the right. And it's probably going to put something in the left column. I'm going to use a simple menu module for that. And there it is right there. We can select the menu you want right here. Main menu works for me. I'm going to pop a logo in. And by default, that'll have a link back to the home page every time. Because I'm going to make this dark, I'll use a light version of my logo. I think I've got one here somewhere. There it is. And it's crazy huge. That's okay. We'll fix that in a moment. Before I go any further, let's make the actual background the color we want it. So I'm going to go into the section itself, the blue tab. I'm going to go to background, always find background under content there. I'm going to hit 3 dots, get the color palette up. I'm going to use that 24, 24, 24, one stop up from black that we used for our mega menu itself yesterday. Fantastic. And you may have noticed that menu module there has got a white background. We'll take care of that in a moment. Let's go back into it. Dark tab for the module itself. Okay, the first thing I want to do is get rid of any background. So down here, as I said earlier, under background, under content, you'll find background. Hit the little trash can, it'll take the default white background away there. Great, and of course that logo is way too big for us. So I'm going to go over to design. Layout wise, it's okay at the moment, left align. If I was to put it centered, that logo would be in the middle on the top. We've actually got the links down below. It's hard to see because of the dark color. We'll be changing that at the minute. I'm happy to leave it on left align. You've got inline centered logo as well when you'd have the logo in the middle and the text either side of it. Let's make that text so you can see it. Menu text, both the active and the menu text color. I'm going to make white. You can actually see those things. I'm going to make it semi-bold, just so it stands out a little bit more. And common to all Divi modules, if you roll over the dark writing, we can create a hover color by clicking on a little arrow icon when it pops up. And I'll make it that crazy green that we used for our links on that mega menu. Back to desktop version, and it's white. Okay, let's fix that logo. That's just stupid big. That's fine. We can do that in sizing. Here's the sizing. Just take the logo width down to where you want it. I'm going to take it a bit smaller than I actually want it, because I'm going to stretch that row full screen in a minute, which will make that logo a bit bigger. We can always adjust it again in a moment. And I'm also going to align that text more central. So if we go back up to the menu text right there, roll down a bit, I could have done this just now. I'm going to center align that so it's a bit more in the center. Great, well before we do anything else, let's make this row full width and make this kind of the size we want it. Make the row full width, green tab for the row. To go over to design and sizing, I'm going to drag the width up to 100%. I'm going to copy it, Control C, and paste it down below in the max width. Or you can just type in 100% if you want to. As you can see, that's made my logo get bigger over there. I also want to get this little bit of padding either side. And I'll use the same as we used on that mega menu in spacing here. I'm going to give it 5%. Left, hit the change so it's got the same on the right. I might take that logo down just a little bit more in size. But I'll leave my row alone there for a moment. Let's work on our little button here. I'm going to pop in a regular button. Keep this very simple. I'm going to call my mega menu. You can call yours whatever you want. Not going to put a link in. Over in design, alignment, I want it to be centered in the column. So it's centered on mobile devices there. And the actual button itself, I'm going to use custom styles for. I'm going to use the same as we did for our little text there. I'm going to make it white in color. I'm going to take it down a lot in size. I think I took it down to about 12 pixels. I'm going to have that as capital text, I believe. So I'm just going to hit that upper case right there. And the actual text color itself, I'm going to do the same thing. When we hover over it, I'm going to make it green. So I'll get the little arrow up. Hit the little hover arrow up here. Turn it green when we hover over it. Fantastic. Let's go back to desktop. Okay. Let's make this the actual size we want. First thing I'm going to do is take that logo down slightly in size again. As I mentioned earlier, when you stretch things, because we're using percentage. So over in design, down to sizing again. Here's a logo width. Let's take that down a little bit more. Something like that works for me. Great. Let's go into the actual section itself now. Take away any padding so it's not quite as deep. Once in the section, pop over to design. Spacing. Take away any padding by putting a 0 in there in the top. Hitting the chain, it'll do the same for the bottom. It's getting there, still a little bit too wide for me. So we can do the same thing with the row. Don't want to take it all away though. Let's go into the row itself. design and spacing, let's try perhaps 10 pixels top. I think that's what I used before. That works. It's hit the chain. Obviously, adjust yours to taste. I think that's about right. That looks pretty central. That looks pretty central. We need to adjust our little button up there. So let's go into the button itself. Again, we're going to go over to design and spacing. Now, we can't use padding for the button because if we use padding, it'll make the button bigger. I'll demonstrate by putting 20 pixels in there. See, it makes that button a lot deeper. Not going to work for me. Obviously, you can shape and size your button how you want with that, though. So I'm going to try, we'll try 15 pixels. That is not actually too bad. Not quite enough. I'm going to increment up with the little arrows. So it's just about where I want it. That works for me. Fantastic. Okay. Well, there's a basic custom global menu for us. Now we want to add our mega menu. Now, like I say, I'm not going to go through building this again. I've already got mine saved in my library. Have a look at yesterday's video if you need to know how to build this. And once you built it, save it to your library. So I'm going to hit the Add New section. I'm going to hit Add from Library. And here's my mega menu. I'm going to say use this section. And it's plumped it down under our menu there, which is exactly what we want, but of course we don't want to see it. And again, if you watched yesterday's video, you know you're not going to see it because it's going to be hidden with a bit of JavaScript that we got yesterday. And anybody doesn't know how to save to the library, if you roll over any section, module or row, little round icon just next to the trash can there, you can hit it and it will save it to your library. And this uses your local database. Doesn't save it to a cloud or anywhere. Just give it a name, hit save to library. You're good to go. Okay, to make this work, we need to give it the class names that we gave it in our video yesterday. And I happen to remember those because I've done this several times. So I'm going to go in there. I'm going to go into this section. Over to the advanced CSS IDs and classes. Mine's already got that in there from yesterday, ETLB content 1, because I've got it on a page that we created yesterday, this page right here. Now, to make sure there's no confusion, if you want to leave that one on there and just have that link to it too, you can do, no problem at all. So to make sure there's no confusion, I'm going to call this one ETLB content 2. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go into the mega menu here. Our little button. I'm going to give it a class name. Remember, we didn't give it a link or anything like that. We didn't need to, because we're going to go in here. I'm going to give it that same class name, but I'm going to change the content there to BTN for button. So we've got ETLB button 2. Make sure that T's off the end there. It won't work. And we'll save our changes here. We'll go down to the bottom. Make sure we hit the purple button, save the changes here. X out at the top. Make sure everything's saved here for our new global header. Now, when we go into this page, if I refresh it, that's going to turn into a dark header with our little button on the right hand side. There it is. And if I click on this button, it's going to pop out our mega menu. And we got our little closing tab right there. We still got this one down here, which was ETLB content 1, so it'll still work. And if we want to close it out, we got our little button there to close it out. So that was an excellent question, and this is exactly how you do it. If you want to add it to all of your pages, you can do so by creating a little global header just like that one. And everything should work. We've got all our links working here. We've got our live Google map going on. And we got our little blurb modules over there. Fantastic. Just what I wanted. So there you have it. There's how to create custom global header with a little button on it that's going to pop up a mega menu on any page you want. Really nice little feature to have on your site, and as you can see, really easy to do. Thank you so much to the person that posted that question. I hadn't thought about that, doing a video like this until I saw that. but as you can see, it's very easy to do. If you've enjoyed this today, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's always great hearing from you. If you're interested in learning more about menus and things like that, have a look over there at our menu effects playlist. It should pop up any minute now. Don't forget, if you have any questions, pop them below the video. I'll do my best to answer them for you, or make a little demo video like this one. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and WebDesignTechTips.com. Have a great day.